Hey everybody, welcome back to the stream. Hard to believe it's day 5 already. I popped up the reminders of what the stuff is as far as the settings and the rules we're following. And with that said, let's just go ahead and hop straight into the game since I wasted so much time rebuilding the base last time. My plan for today is to get the base at least running minimally, so it's kind of producing its own food. There we go, now I'm moving. I believe all we had left to do was actually plop down some beds. Oh, we need to build that statue of power here. Let's see. First thing we're going to do is I had mentioned... Oops, slow down. We were going to build these things down here. So like the statue of power, there we go. The toolbox, the flame cauldron. You also get stuff like the... It's a ways off yet, but the silo, which helps with the planting, as it says there. It's tall. Pals at least used to get stuck on it, but there's no... I mean, other than the statue that we're going to build now, there's no actual constant interaction with it. And the pals definitely don't interact with it, so that's... yeah. Just as easy to build the stuff down here instead of worrying about... Oops, nope, that one. There we go. Instead of worrying about the pals getting stuck on stuff. Let's get that built. We'll get the beds built. A little dark here. I didn't grab my torch first. And then once we get the base going, the plan is we're going to go around and collect the memos in the starting area here. That shouldn't take too long to do. I did it on another playthrough this morning. And then... let's see. Yeah, we were maxed out on what we could do here. There we go, torch. And then we're going to run some dungeons. Because I did some more research on the dungeons, and I may take that little bit out where we'll try and run all the dungeons in an area before we move on. Because the dungeons, if they close, could stay closed for quite a while. Let's verify. Let's see, we are level 20, correct? Yes, so we can have a base level of 8. So before we build the beds, let's go ahead and get that base level up there. We need to build a crusher, which once we get built will not actually probably get used until maybe late game. Oh yeah, we needed I think we had a table we needed to build too. This thing is going to be just like the mill over here, where the PAL actually will be at the back of it when they're trying to use it. So we'll just kind of plop it right here since it's not going to be used. And then we'll double check those tables, see if we had any tables. And the last thing we'll do is build the beds before we move on. So since we can get to base level 8, that's going to take that little bit off that tutorial. And I know I could probably at this point run that Rain Syndicate Tower, but I don't really have the pals for it yet. I just don't have good luck with that, and I'm not really rushed to get to it. This, like I say in the stream thing, it is just meant to be chill. Take the time. Enjoy the game, as it were. Let's see, we got the small ones. Got the high quality. I think it's the weapon one we might need to build yet. Right, we didn't have enough iron for that yet. We got the high quality workbench there. We got the sphere workbench. We need that weapon one, and which means we need more ingots. Let's go ahead and make the nails for that. Oops. There we go. We'll let that run, and then we will get the base leveled up here. Slow, slow, slow. How about we go a bit faster and actually throw out a pal that will help us on these. Still slow. Sorry about that. There we go. Okay, you can stop. So then we got the nails ready for when we get the iron, or ingots, whatever it is. Wrong one. There we go. Let's see, can we build? We need cloth. Can we just make 2 more cloth here quick? And we'll build that egg and see what that electric egg is here. Oop, wrong bench. There we go. And the reason I said 2 more cloth, I know it said we only needed 1, but we want a placeholder. Always remember, leave a placeholder so your stuff stays sorted. So crafted stuff is in this one. Now we can build the egg incubator. And last time I put it right there because the chest is over there, but we got that node right there. We don't want to really interfere with that. So we'll just go there with it. We have the incubation time turned off, so we really only need the 1 incubator. Three, 2, 1. Let's see what that egg is. Dazzy. So I don't think I explained before, but the Dazzy and the Daydream. Did we have a Daydream at one point? Now let's look in the Paldex. We did at one point because it's colored in here. So the Dazzy and the Daydream both have a thing where you can build their pal item, as it were. And it will basically mean they will be out fighting along with you, even if you don't have a pal deployed, or if you have another pal that's out fighting with you. So that does come in handy. It can do some extra damage. In this case, we got a Stronghold Strategist, and I believe that is one. Yes, that is one we're keeping. And it is a female. So a Dazzy, that's going to be in box 13 in the middle there, right at the end. Right there. So we're kind of getting set for like having a... All we're missing is the logging foreman. And we basically have our support pals that could be dropped in our team. So like if I did the Vanworm or any other Shadow main, and then 4 Hoot Crates to just boost the Shadow Pal damage. Or a Fire one and do the, I believe it is the Kelpsy Ignis. But that's they're kind of a bit later in the game. But basically it's like, okay, well, those pals that are just supporting the main pal are never going to be deployed themselves, so let's put in these traits on them, because then they'll support me. That said, let's see. Base. Up. And there's our level 7 ticked off. All we got's that one tutorial thing up there. And 8. Okay, deploy a pal to work at the base. Well, we aren't going to do that quite yet. Let's get the beds built first. And I don't think we've... Oops, that's not where I wanted. Too many wrong things. Click. Stop there. Yeah, we're a ways from the fluffy bed yet, so we're just building the straw. Pal beds. And if you remember, at the end of the last one, we placed a bunch of... Oh, chest. A bunch of random stone foundations in the ground just to mark out where the 15, since that's what we have it set at, pal beds will be. So we're just going to start at one end over here. And this helps us space them out so that we know, okay, well, this pal bed's not going to interfere with anything else. We're building 8. I think it stops at 6 items before it destroys the last one if you don't build them. So that'd be 3, 4, 5, 6. Still there. Let's check and see. 7. Oh, maybe it is 8 we get to. 8. Okay, that one stayed there, so maybe it's 8 instead of 6. I thought it was only 6. But let's get these beds built. Ever so slowly. Let's get our cat out to help. And there we go again. Sorry, was checking something on the other screen there. Three down. Halfway there. Three to go. And you can tell since we got some skill and work speed, we're a lot faster than just the cat is. I don't dump a lot into it, but so far what I've been for the plan out to get up to 50, it's been working. We'll see if that remains the case or not, but yeah, we'll see. Okay, so now we're going to be traveling because we need just a little bit of ore. Come on, I'm trying to hop on you. There you go. Before we jump down, and yep, our pickaxe is nice and full. Oh, I hope that's in a patch note before they fix that, where you can just drop from any height and not hurt your pal. I foresee a lot of dead pals when that change gets implemented. If it gets implemented, maybe they'll leave it as it is. But basically, as long as you're mounted on any of the mountable pals, whether they're flyers or not, you can fall from any height and you won't die. As you see there, it has the dates and berries. Remember, I have that feed pouch. As long as I got food in that spot, my pals and I will eat once we get below 50%. Just as a reminder. Remember, 40 ore per node when it's a full node. And by that I mean you haven't taken some off of it already. And I keep walking by stuff that thinks I'm trying to pick it up instead of, since I'm holding the button, that I'm trying to ride my mount. I really hope they fix that. I could see a button press being, oh, well, nope, they might be trying to pick this up, not ride, but it's like, okay, they've been holding it for a few seconds now. I think they're trying to ride their mount, not just pick up an item. Oops, want to hop up here. And just a reminder, as I mentioned in the last stream, we're cutting the streams down to 2 hours at a time. It does give me so much more time. Well, okay, it gives me a half hour more time, but it gives me more time after work to just get around and get stuff done on Wednesday night. And it just, yeah, it worked out better for me not talking as long. Last time, here we go. Here's one. Sometimes I don't remember where these are because I don't usually hunt them for too long. By now, I would usually have another base set up at an ore spot, so I just go get the ore, come back. Whether that be at... There is an early game one. We got the Chillet boss right here, and there's that little bridge there. There is an ore spot here. It's just iron ore. Or there's this spot over here that I showed you guys before, where it's got those ore nodes down here, and then a blank area up top. You can kind of fit in a point there. And we can't see it, but there is one north of here, I believe. Somewhere up around here, give or take. We'll get there eventually. It's some ore nodes and some coal nodes, which means it sets you through very late mid-game, because that's once you need the coal to make the refined ingots. And it's an unrateable spot. Basically like what we have over there. There's no path up without climbing a lot or flying up. So at present, the pals that raid can't get at you because they can't climb stuff. Otherwise, they just climb over your defensive walls, which would not make any sense. I don't know if Pocket Pair will change that in the future or not. I can see them doing something so that it's like, oh, well, climb this far. Or climb climb natural, I should say. Let me off. There we go. Keep up, wolf. Oh, and then I hit the rock. That's nice. There we go. Anyway, back in. There we go. I could see them change. That's not where I meant to go. That's where I want to go. Let's delete that marker. Traveler. Okay. Anyway, I could see them changing it so it's like, okay, this is a natural thing, so they can climb that, but this is unnatural, the defensive walls. It's like, no, try and damage this instead. I don't know if that's something they're even thinking of doing. I ain't really kept track of like their roadmap of changes they're... Where you... Oh, right. I don't know why he thought... I threw him right at the thing, but he had to go clear around. Whatever. Yeah, whether that's something they're going to change or not, I don't know. I've been purposefully not looking at the roadmap. I wait until it actually comes out on a patch, or I see a bunch of people talking about it. Because you got to watch it. I have seen some YouTube videos. Let's make some berries while he's doing his thing. I have seen some YouTube videos that basically try to treat it like, oh, well, this is what's going to happen, when all it is people posting ideas in the Discord for Palworld. And it's like, just because the community or somebody in the community says, oh, hey, you should do this, don't try and sell it like, oh, this is going to happen. No, unless somebody from Pocket Pair says, this is going to happen, there's no guarantee it's going to happen. And we're basically just cooking some berries while he refines those ingots. 2 birds with 1 stone here. I guess, actually, we can put some pals out here. So these were the pals we had running around in the base before. Somebody to plant and gather. He was there for gathering and helping with the transporting. He was in here just to basically help with the watering. That's what he was for. He might do the cooling now, too, if we get some stuff put in there. Lamb ball. We have a ranch now, so the lamb ball is not going to help with just moving stuff. He's going to go ranch. Right there. That means we could... What I like to do is put the ranchers towards the end. The Vixie will also ranch. We had the dew mud for mining and also watering. And let's see, we got the wandering merchant is just for us to do our thing with selling when we need to. The jolt hog is going to be in the base, as opposed to, well, we might put the sparket in. No, we'll probably put the jolt hog in over the sparket, because the sparket will try and do transporting and handiwork as well, whereas the jolt hog, see, there just has the lightning bolt. We'll focus solely on generating electricity when we get to that point. But she is a traitless one, so she should be on the... over here, out of the way, second from the beginning there. Oop. There we go. Endless female. So these are, for those that haven't looked before, these are all our traitless pals. These two spots are empty because we got one there and we got one there. So basically, the traitless ones are good because, say, we want to breed. So we got a runner here. So say we want to breed that in. Since it only has runner, if we breed it with a traitless one, then the resultant pal should only have runner. Ideally, there's still a chance for random ones, but it's the better chance this way than if we were building, say, this lucky artisan and say we didn't want lucky. Well, it'd be harder to get rid of that lucky trait when we're combining this with this. Say we only wanted artisan and runner. It's less likely for that to happen, that the lucky drops off, than if it just had artisan and it just had runner. And once we get into the breeding, we'll cover that more so that people kind of know what's going on and whatnot. But I came in here because I was going to say, let's see, that won't really help us. So let's just drop one of our... let's see, we could drop her for kindling, but they actually would go to the ranch instead. So let's just drop our fox parks in. And it will just work on kindling stuff. So in this case, because our fox parks is here at the ingots, it's going to go and work on those baked berries. And then we don't have to work on it. But that said, let's come over here and just do that so that we know that traitless fox parks is sitting somewhere else other than in the box. That's why there's an empty spot there. That, not required by any means. That is what I use to keep track. Let's see, did everything get planted? Now, see, now we don't have enough of these guys working because, well, yeah, this one grew before he even finished planting, so he's not going to be cutting down trees or anything like that. But he is going to get start. Yeah, he kind of goes between. It's one of those things where it'd be nice if we could say, hey, this guy only focuses on this thing. But since he can also, besides just do planting and harvesting, he also does transporting. So he comes across something like the stones and stuff, he's going to pick them up and try and move them, and etc., etc. And I could have swore it said they had fixed where they get stuck when they're trying to transport, of getting confused like that. But apparently not. But they could be getting confused because we don't have somewhere for them to put that stuff. Maybe that's why he was... That might be why he was complaining, because it's like, hey, there's stuff on the ground. I don't know where to go with it. Now they have somewhere to go with it. And I don't like to put everything in there, so I usually just... Oh, hey, that wasn't what I wanted to put in there anyway. There we go. Now there's... Oh, nope. Come back. There we go. Okay, one of each, so there's space for them to drop the stuff from the ranch. For the Vixie. Oh, that's actually not where I wanted to go with those. Extra seeds in here. There we go. I was hoping they'd put the berries in here because it's closer than the feed box, but apparently not. But now that there's food in there, you can see the pangolin here is now cooling, it says above, because he's extending the expiration time on that. It's 119 minutes, not just the 10 minutes I believe it is. Yeah, 10 minutes by default out here. Now there's that much more time while they're being cooled. Our ingots, we got enough of our ingots done, actually, that we can make our weapon workbench while that stuff finishes up. Oh, wood. Really? We're that slow on wood, huh? That's not what I meant to do. Yeah, get back over to cooking. I didn't mean to pull them off of there. What I meant to do was come in here and equip the axe. So we can chop down a tree or two. I didn't realize we were out of wood. I suppose all this excess stuff we built kind of adds up over time. So we'll just take down a few trees. Hopefully I've got stuff placed such that they will grow back, because while we're chopping these down, you also get fiber, and that counts when our pals also cut down the trees. Now this one, I doubt will grow back, because it's... oh, come on, there we go. Because it's got this plantation over the top of it. Just like these trees in here, I'm not entirely sure will grow back. I guess we'll find out together. And there we go. Now we should have more than enough wood to get the weapon workbench built. Remember, we were kind of placing these along the edges. It kind of acts like a barrier for us and the pals and whatnot. They don't ever go to the back of them, unless you do what I just did there and place it backwards. Okay, stop crouching. Show me the bench. Now let's place it so it's facing inward instead of backward. Now, it says all those pals are heading over to help us build this. And as they add on, you can see that time it takes drop down. And they all have handiwork of level 1. Which is why the Anubis is so looked after, because he has a default handiwork of level 4. Which means once you condense him all the way up, that handiwork, I believe, grows to... Okay, that's done. Can grow to a 5 instead. And let's see, we can make... Oh, that keeps going. 1, let's get an empty hand. Come on. 2, let's feed some pals up because we're all kind of hungry. And it's just sitting there taking up a slot. It's coming over here. Because, now I don't want to use all, because then that gets rid of all the palladium there. Drop it back 1. If we're going to run some dungeons here in a little bit, let's get some more spheres worked up. And then we're just going to leave our base running once we put the cooked berries in, so that they can gain some sanity back when they eat. And then we'll, yeah, see, we're done already there. And then we'll just come back every so often to make sure they're not, like, you know, having issues. And since there's still some there to cook, we're good there. And, oh yeah, see, that, I didn't have any food in there, so they're kind of all hungry. Fortunately, they weren't saying they were hungry, but they were all hungry. Okay, so that's it. These are the memos that are in the starting area. I have it kind of zoomed in on this starting area because those other areas, like where we gathered the lift monk effigies from before, they don't have any memos in that area. So these are literally the only memos we're going to go at right here. And of course, as I dragged it over, it kind of moved let me readjust it here so that I can see where we're going. There we go. Okay, now I got it on the other screen just so I can keep track of it without having to constantly flip back and forth for you guys. And actually, our first one, not the guy I wanted out. I need the pliers, please. Thank you. Yeah, we'll just leave that running. So our first one is actually right over there on the tip of that rock that's right around my character's head there. And I know I'm going down because there's no way I'd get over there with full stamina anyway, so I'm sprinting to use up the stamina bar quicker. Then I get to the bottom quicker. And then I just keep running. Sprinting, sprinting, sprinting. Technically not running, I'm flying, so I'm not sure what you'd call that. But you know what I mean. Oh, sorry. That would have been where an effigy was. We're after the other things here. That one's over here on this beach. Right down there. So we needed to come down here anyway. I'm going to wait until we get them all from the starting area picked up. And then we'll see which ones we got and what to say. Let me mark that one off the list. Now if we go northwest of here. Whoops. Then we'll get another one. Actually, I think we'll go for that one over there first. I'm kind of trying to keep in mind where, like I said, I just gathered all these on a playthrough this morning. It did not take super long. There's not near as many as the effigies. And the fact that I gathered them this morning hopefully means it won't take me as long to find them this evening. So this one we're heading towards over here. It's actually above there. It's like right around in there. Which, actually, you know what? Why don't I just put a marker over there? It's too far away to actually see at this point. Remember, those markers only show up once you get within 300 meters of them. So if you place one a long way away like I just did, you don't see it on the map. That's why, because you're not close enough to see it yet. Otherwise, that little compass up top would get cluttered very quickly. That would be the small settlement fast travel point there. Climb, climb, climb. Slow, slow, slow. Will I make it without running out? Just. Literally just. Honestly, I take... Oh, Syndicate. I think I'm hitting the tree more than him. There we go. I dropped down because chest. It'll never respawn if you don't grab it anyway, so grab it. There's my little marker. And probably not too far off, actually. A little bit off, but not too far off. Now, like I said, these are... Actually, I don't know if I said it this stream, but these things don't really give us anything as far as progression other than some background story. Which, oh, stamina. And it's getting dark out, so I'll grab my torch. And one thing I'm hoping when we go through the dungeons is you can actually get better levels of these, so that you could get like an uncommon heat-resistant undershirt. So it says heat resistance level 1, that would give us level 2 then. There we are, that's what I was after. And I just want to see, I was not all that far off with my just random placement there. But let's get rid of that marker. And our next one is right around here. So that's where we're going next. That was kind of to the northeast. I'm very glad those Mamorusts are not aggressive. Although I will point out, you know, I have seen people build in the starting area. And in fact, I have a run through right now where I built, I think it's right here on the map. the Mamoresk kind of wander. It wandered into the base, and somehow all my pals decided to fight it for some reason. They all died. I was fortunately in the base, fast traveled away, so it despawned. But yeah, like knocked out four of my 5 pals that I had on a low-level run. So it's like defensive walls, so they can't just walk on through. So it's not just raids, but it could be random pals wandering through. And if they're an aggressive random pal, then they'll fight your pals and something else to worry about. Basically, another bonus to having an unraidable base is what I'm trying to get at there. Ooh. Oh, that's the boss. Yeah, we don't want to fight him. We're not ready for that. Come on, land. Thank you. Let's see. I'm just double checking. Yes, it is further over that way. Fortunately, it being night, it can help to find these a little bit because they do glow that kind of blue. There it is. Like the effigies glow green, although that green is a bit brighter and easier to see at night. Okay, there's that one. And then northwest of here. Oops, let's get rid of our thing here. It's not all that far off of there. Northwest of here is one. Thought that was a chest for a second, but no, that was a tombat. Or a daydream. One of the two. Oh, this is the one that's down below, I think. No, maybe not. Maybe I was wrong. Well, I'm out of stamina either way. Oh, this is the one up by the desolate church here. So we want to head this way. I did not make a very big map of this because they're so small, so it's basically the whole world map in one spot. So even zoomed in, it does not necessarily help to find these things, even with it on the map. Let's see. Next one is gonna be kind of points there, so it's gonna be right around here. And then we did that one. And then there's one up here by there. Oops. Be on the right screen. And then there's one over here. Oh, that's that. So there's one there. There is one up here-ish. It's actually more, yeah, actually, I know that one is actually more like right here-ish. And then there is one around there-ish. I'm just kind of marking them on the map so we can find them quicker. And actually, that's it for the starting area here. Let's see, off to the west. Guys, I really don't want to... You know what? I got the spheres. I may as well try and catch them, huh? Especially since I don't think we're anywhere near the... Yeah, new pal. I hadn't captured them before. So technically, we need another 10 of those, or another 9 of those for that capture bonus. Okay, this is the one that's down here. Hey, we just got our spear back. Chest. Yellow chest, even better. Get those pal souls so we can increase or up the stats for our pals as we go. Let's see, that's that one. So northwest of here. Over that way. May as well catch those two while, or at least try to. Need one more hoot crate. Okay. Oops. Oh, come on now. He's getting hungry because he will not automatically eat while we're riding him. So we'll just hop off and let him eat up here. Looks like he's done. Chest. Ah, that wasn't the chest. There we go. We need you guys. Let's see if we can catch him without killing him. Oops. I meant to hit the E, not the Q. There we go. Fair chance. There we go. As you can see, our base pals are still working because they just finished cooking the berries. Which means, as of right this second, our Fox Parks is doing nothing but wandering around eating food. Literally, that's it. Because all he can do is kindling. Oh, we killed one. But we caught one. Hey, and we went up a level. That's good too. Okay, we got that. I didn't mark it off because I was too busy fighting. So, honestly, it's going to be easier to do this. Let's see. We got that one. We got that one. So if we fast travel here, then we can go up and get these guys. Let's see. This one is up past here. Okay, they're back out. No, off the. There we go. Really? Hey, another Doomud. Stop it. I mean, it's a free catch. We didn't even need a sphere to get this guy, so we may as well grab it while we're here. That, and it's some more high quality pal oil, which is not easy to come by at this point in the game. Okay, there's that one. There's one to the north, which is clear over there. And actually, it's easier to just go back and hit the fast travel. Remember, these things will respawn too, because I think we took this one out before, and I think we got a Doomud from it before. If memory serves. I could be wrong, though. I know we got our Doomud from one of them before. Get rid of that one. Let's fast travel up here. This one is, if memory serves, on there. Yeah, you ain't getting up here, Wolf. There's that one. Hey, you got up here. What do you know? Let's see. And this last one, I think, is near a fast travel too. So let's just hit the fast travel again. That's what they're for. Traveling fast. May as well use them, right? We come over here. It is the one right over there. I don't know when we switched back to the flyer. Dismount. Thank you. And that is actually all of those for the starting area. Should be, if memory serves, 12 of 39. So let's head back to the base. While we're back here, let's go ahead and level up. So we are now level 21. Which means more weight, always good. Still level 8 with the base, though. Let's drop off our stuff. And I always do that when I know I don't want to. But for me, it's better than letting them just sit on the ground. No, we wanted that. There we go. Let him make that. Get up some of that. We still got 145 of that. That's fine. They got plenty of berries there. You don't know what you're smelling. Okay, so journals, 12 of 39. Yep. So let me get a little bit more comfortable here. Now that gets me further away from the mic. That probably isn't good. So Castaways Journal. I think I read this one before, but I'm just going to go through and read. These are all the starter island ones. This world harbors a secret. I was convinced of this when I began re-examining the globe's geographical features for my research towards the end of last year. Looking over the islands of the world, I noticed something strange. It felt like a certain area was empty, so to speak. I knew there should have been something there. It was unbelievable to me how no one could have noticed such an obvious absence in this location. With a few months' preparation, I was successfully able to guess the location of an island based on my hypothesis. With conviction in my heart, I chartered a boat and set out for this island alone. Castaways Journal, Day 1-1. I found a strange device on the shore. It appears to be some kind of electrical contraption, but its odd design looks like no modern technology I have ever seen. The device is capable of recording images and displaying information about what is shown in them. I have decided to take photographs of the island using this device and use them along with this journal to document what I find. The syndicate is interrupting our reading. How dare they? Maybe I should have just took the flyer up there and been closer to him. Oh well. Here they come. They're stuck on me, but they don't know how to attack me, apparently. Oh, that's just a bit of tree. Hey, Mr. Thundigathug, I got something to talk to you about. Switch back over to the flyer, get back up to the base. Yes, I could climb my way up there. I don't want to. We got a flyer. That's what they're for. Off the flyer. There we go. Okay, back to reading. Day 1-2. Soon after stepping foot on the island, I discovered a living creature nearby. Not only that, but every living thing I've found here is like nothing I've ever seen. On the other hand, normal creatures you might find on any other island seem to be almost entirely absent. It seems this island has quite a unique ecosystem. I now know that its absence on any map is not the only special feature of this place. I've decided to use the device I found to record the various species I encounter. Day 2. As I explored around on foot, I found a sphere that emits a peculiar blue light. I threw it without much thought, and the creature it landed near transformed into what seemed to be a light, as though the sphere had absorbed it. Unbelievably, when I tried throwing the same sphere again, the creature reappeared from the light and stared at me with what seemed like an amicable expression. As I began to create a shelter to protect me from the elements, the creature astonishingly began to help me. How useful! Wanting to deepen my connection with the living thing, I decided to name its kind Pals. To match, I christened this land Galapagos Island. Day 3. I discovered what appears to be an ancient ruin while exploring the island. Did humans once live here? Finding some kind of mural on the walls, I deciphered the symbols and found that it was none other than the instructions on how to make that strange sphere from before. Using paldium, the name I have given to the blue ore found throughout the island, as a catalyst, it is possible to transform mere wood and stone into one of those spheres. I must record this method of production on my device. There happened to be a weakened pal near me, unable to move. Rolling a sphere towards it, I was able to capture another pal. Looks like we're missing days 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we're up to day 8. I caught sight of a pal riding on the back of a deer-like pal. Thinking it was a great opportunity to try something new, I tried attaching a saddle to a similar pal and riding it. It went better than expected. The pal was quite easy to ride. This will surely expand the area I can explore around the island itself. Today I decided to take my pals on a bit of an excursion. A tower-like object visible in the distance had piqued my curiosity. After walking a while, I encountered another human. When I tried to talk to them, however, they didn't say a word and just pointed a gun at me. Since they're on this island, it would make sense to consider them a remnant of the ancient civilization. But their attire suggests they're likely from the same era as I am. Are they, just like me, from the outside? Or is this ancient civilization developed here of its own accord? I was in a rough spot, but my sheep pal protected me, allowing me to escape unscathed. I immediately returned to my base of operations and found that all my pals were safe. There's still so much to learn about this island. I had no choice but to run away yesterday, but I can't stop thinking about that tower. Just as I decided to fashion some gear to try approach it again, I heard the sound of gunfire behind me. That person from yesterday is after me. I couldn't sit by and do nothing. I mobilized all my pals for a counterattack. Before I knew it, they got carried away and killed the assailant. It's not like I killed anyone directly. There's no one to blame here. Day 18. I decided to distance myself from the tower and have begun to explore other areas. There are places in each area that appear to be vast caverns. They appear to have traces of human involvement, and ore that can be found throughout them. Could someone have used pals to dig these holes? I can't help but feel overwhelmed by all the mysteries I am unable to solve, but my pals have come with me no matter where I go. As long as I have food to give them, that is. Then we got Zoe Rain, which I believe is the boss at the top of this Rain Syndicate Tower. We got 3 of her diaries here. I don't have a family. My father disappeared a long time ago, and I never seen my mother's face. The only ones who raised me are those guys in Grisbolt. That's why I know I have no choice but to survive in this tiny little world. Those guys all chase around pals with their guns. They capture the ones they hurt and sell them to those weird guys. In return, they get food. They even share it with me. That's why I don't have to be hungry. I don't think any of these guys really care about me. They just keep me alive because I'm the daughter of one of their bosses. I still believe that, even if I'm a boss now, too. Oop, longer one. Grisbolt was one of the pals they were going to sell, but she looked so lonely in her cage. She was just like me, and father, I thought. I was still little back then, so I couldn't control myself. I waited until everybody was sleeping, opened Grisbolt's cage, and ran far away with her. I shared half a slice of my breakfast toast with her, but we were both hungry by evening and went back to the base. Of course, all the guys were super angry. They threw me in a cage with Grisbolt, and I thought we were going to get taken away. But Grisbolt protected me. Not even their guns or bats could beat her. How did she get captured in the first place if she's that strong? I bet she didn't even try to escape the big dummy. I gave Grisbolt a command, and she called down a huge bolt of lightning that wiped out all the guys. They didn't wake up until next morning. Ever since then, I've been with Grisbolt. And the last one. There's a group that opposes ours, stationed a little ways away from where we live. They don't like the way we sell pals and use weapons. Our group sneers at them and calls them the Free Pal Alliance. We're always fighting with them for no reason at all. If I stop and think about it, I bet they're not bad people if they love pals that much. I asked one of the guys who'd been around a long time, but he said it was complicated. Apparently, our group has been around for a long time, and we've always been fighting with those FPA guys. He said he doesn't know the real reason behind it, but we've been fighting so long that there's no hope of ever getting along. Okay, so that said, pick that up. Get these extra berries that are done. We'll start some berries going. Just because we may as well cook them overnight. And I know we're just a couple minutes early, so let's actually go to... Let me bring my screen back over here. Let me reset that to visible. There we go. We are going to want page... Plateau of Beginnings. Dungeons. That's what we're going to want. So we did that one. We did that one. Let's go to the small settlement. And some of these may be closed. How dungeons work is once they open, in other words, they get that black entrance, they are open for 300 minutes or 5 hours, and then they close, and then they stay closed for a time. They are on a rotating... Yep, see, that one's closed, so we can't do this one yet. But we'll go down there and mark it on our map so that we know, hey, we got to come back to this one at some point. All the dungeons, there's throughout the whole map. They basically... Oh, I moved my mouse here. There we go. They share a... There's only so many open at a time. And another one won't open until another one has closed. So that one's not going to reopen until another one has closed. I haven't really seen anything that says like a good timing for, oh, this, once one's closed, it should be closed for X amount of time, and then it'll reopen. It will reopen eventually, because I have seen closed ones, or ones that have been open, close, and then reopen. It's just a matter of when. Okay, so let's go see if this one down to the south southeast is open. We go southeast. It's weird that I was riding up the gland, but it still thought I was still flying, so it's like, I think I went in totally the wrong direction. I wanted to go southwest, not southeast. Well, now I want to go west. It helps to pay attention. Like, this does not look familiar to me. And as far as I know, as long as you're in the same biome and level area, there's not really a difference to the dungeon. You're not going to find something special in, like, that settler's dungeon. Or that settlement dungeon compared to that dungeon that was just off of our base area. Because they're basically considered to be in the same area. But this way, when we're all done, we can say, hey, we've been in every dungeon. And even when they're closed, there it is. You can still see the trees for the basically where the cave opening is. So even if it's closed, you know, oh, hey, there's supposed to be one here. It's just not open right now. I can come back to it later. And this one is closed. But it's one we got to come back to. Let's see, due west of here, just a little north. Sometimes they're harder to see than others. I think that might be the tree for it. Yep, that is definitely a dungeon entrance that is closed. So we will mark it. And any of the ones on our map that we mark, we'll come back to try and do later. Southwest of here. Actually, it is, get back here. It is that time. We are going to do a quick little get up and move break. Give it a second here. There we go. So basically, it's just time to get up, take a 5-minute break to get up and move. It helps keep you stretched and moving and whatnot, and it just feels good. So, with that said, there goes the timer. We'll see you guys in just under 5 minutes. And we're back. That 5 minutes really just flies by there. Let's see, if I recall, we were heading southeast. Yes, to try and find that one. And honestly, if it's... Oh, come on. Wait for the mouse to... There we go. Always forget that switches up. If it's anything like my other playthroughs, I might end up having to go to another island to find some open dungeons. But I did find dungeons within the starting areas, so I am not worried about that. As long as we find one open dungeon, we can keep running it. Because it... Oh, there it is. Because after we defeat the boss... Not him. After we defeat the boss, it will go on a 10-minute cooldown, at which point it will basically reset itself. And this one we got to come back to as well. So basically, I'm counting my... Honestly, you know what? They're marked on the map. So I might just mark these in a different color. We're going to just mark these in orange as to say, hey, we tried to do it. We couldn't because it was closed at the time. That way we kind of have a visual. Oh, and these are on our map, so if they're open, we can do them. Otherwise, we're going to count them as okay to move on from, as far as advancing from the area we're in. So from here, we need to go pretty much due north. Because even the low-level ones, it'll be... I mean, we can come back and just say, oh, well, there it's checked off the list. Or, you know, you can get the alpha pals of certain pals. I mean, only certain ones will show up in these level dungeons. Other ones will show up in higher level dungeons. We got a ways to go yet. It is right around there. I'm not going to mark it on the map until we actually get there, because then I can be marked exactly where I'm standing. But I believe this one is going to be down. Oh, we got some wolves that want to fight. Okay, we got all kinds of things that want to fight now. We'll just let the pal do what the pal does. I'm not getting hit because my shield is still up. Although my luck won't stay up forever. Would you come back here and let me ride, please? Thank you. I really hope that is something they fix. Dungeon entrance, it's not open. Not surprising. I think I waited too long to start trying to do these. We tried that one. Let's go to the northwest-ish here. That's going to be somewhere back in here. North-northwest. Honestly, no reason to... Wait, come back. No reason not to grab the eggs while we're here. Since we got the incubator now. Let's see, we're going northwest yet. Only a bad thing now is we're looking for black in dark black, and it's like, I'm sorely tempted to go back to the base and sleep. Let's say it was down here. No, north a bit yet. Here we are, and it is closed. And another one bites the dust. Back to that. Save it just in case. Let's go for that one there. So that is basically back just the way we came. Wait, come on, let me out. There we go. Not quite due east, but fairly close to. Oh, we woke somebody up. And there's another one. Oops. I want one too many. That is one thing that would be nice, is if we could set it, don't kill, just knock out, so that we can try and catch them. Even if it means you don't do as much damage. Let's see, I thought it was... Yeah, basically at that point. It's got to be around here somewhere. Oh. Right here. And again, closed. And let's go south and east a little bit. So that was past the fast travel point. Gonna be right around there. Eventually we'll find some open ones. It's just a matter of finding them. And like I said, we're doing this since we're marking them on our in-game map. We'll count them as done. We just got to remember, hey, if we see it there, we haven't done it yet. It was past the fast travel point. So basically south of it. Probably going to be somewhere right over the cliff. And these things are so much... Oh, there it is. Right there. And another one's closed. Oops, I hit escape too many times over here. There we go. Southeast of here. You know what? I don't think I found this one on my other. I tried looking for this one this morning on a different playthrough, and I don't think I ever found it. Ooh, Sweeper. Ooh, low level. Aw, I didn't mean to actually kill them all. The big one's the one I actually wanted. Caught a couple of the little ones anyway. Runner, that's not too bad. I don't know if that's a marker for it or not. From the map, it is just a little further east here. According to the map, it's somewhere in... Oops. My ride's hungry. And I'm thirsty. Okay, now it's getting a bit light out. We can still keep that up here. So it says the dungeon should be somewhere right around here. Those Sparkets really are not fighting him very quick. But I'm not... Oop. Stamina. I am not seeing it here. I really have no idea where it's supposed to be. I mean, this tree almost looks like it'd be part of a marker for it, but... We will just leave it unmarked for now, I think. Or, actually, tell you what. Give me just a second here. Oh, duh. My thing's open here. I am bringing up the website that has these listed, which I believe was the IGN one. That has the dungeons, or maybe the IGN one had the memos. I think the IGN one had the memos. Let me bring up the Palpedia one. Yeah, Palpedia has the dungeons. Let's turn off those. We are trying to get that one. So it says it's at 91, negative 450. 91, negative 450. Supposed to be right there. I do not see anything resembling a dungeon entrance there. So we're just going to leave that marked on the map, and if we can never find it, then so be it. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to bring back up our PDF here. So that's that one. I do not believe there were any dungeons to the south. That's all the ones to the west. That's that one, that one. So all we got are these guys. So let's go to that one right there. Oops. That's the one right by the fast travel point by the tower. I bet you it's going to be closed. Oops, that's the church, not the tower. I wanted to head east to the tower. Yes, I know there's a fast travel point up there. I'm not going to grab it right now because technically you get teleported up there once you finish the tower. So it just becomes a good, nice indication that, oh, I haven't done this tower yet. A nice, easy indication to say, oh, I haven't done this tower yet. Okay, my stamina's about to run out, so let's just sprint and run in there. Now it's out. And yes, it's closed. And this one, we kind of got to cheat and get far enough away from the fast travel point for it to kick in. But we'll know which one we mean by that easy enough later. Northeast of here. Northeast of here. Nice little oasis up here. And it is closed too. It's right down there. I think all these close for the first time around kind of together because they're all kind of open together because you start on this island. Whoops. Not something I know, just something I'm guessing based on the fact that the two playthroughs I've tried to do all these, trying to do all the dungeons in an area, they've all closed about the same time. Okay, northwest of here. This is one that was in with some that. I'll show you here if it's open. Or if it's closed, I mean. We fell. It's closed. Come on, climb. Okay. There's a lift monk energy back in here, too. That you got from the other side if this dungeon was open. And another one bites the dust. So northeast of here, and if that one's closed too, oops, then we're off to another starter island. The only good thing is by the time we can, stop being hungry all the time. I can't wait till we get some better food. Okay, he's done eating. Yes, I know I could physically go in and feed him and make it quicker and whatnot, but eh. We'll just let him eat what he wants to eat. Oh, guess what? Dungeon closed. Shocker. So that is all the dungeons at least attempted content in this starting area. We're not ready to start that yet. We still got some other dungeons to try. We got all the Lift Monk energies in here. If we come up, this is up to the northwest of the map. 185, 197. I guess this one's the closest. And I believe we opened up... Yeah, we opened that up one of the times we died. Boy, hour and a half in. This time is just flying by tonight. I really hope we get to run at least a dungeon or two at this point. But I'm about to the... Oh, what was that? Huh. Well, if anybody was wondering, you can hit F again. So it's F to open fast travel. I mean, it says it right there, but I've never used it before. Huh. Anyway, let's go up here. No, I'm not trying to fast travel. I'm trying to get on the stupid bird. Thank you. First one is, I can't tell, I think closed. Let our stamina come back. It's closed. Had to move a bit further away to mark it. That's that one. To the northwest. Northeast. North. At least I got the north. Hey, guess what? It looks like it's closed too. If there is a set, hey, this one opens, then this one opens, and this one opens. Oops. Hey, that might have helped. Delete that. First one was there. Second one, we're literally standing in it. I forgot to zoom the map in, so it wasn't letting me mark because I was too close to that. Okay, there's another one. Next one's down near a fast travel point anyway, so we got to go southeast. And while I'm up here and showing you, this spot right here is a good base spot. You can fit the full circle in there without hitting anything. There's some stone nodes, there's some trees. It's unraidable because all the raids will come up along here under this line and get stuck right here. For now, I would expect that one to get fixed at some point, but it is a super flat area. You can fit the whole base there as a starting base. It just, to me, feels a little cheaty because the raids get stuck, even the flying raids, in the same spot. It's like, I can accidentally knock you up the little ledge and then you can get in the base, but you won't climb the little ledge. Or you won't fly up into the little ledge. It's a weird one, basically, is what I'm saying. Headshot. 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 Hey, he turned around finally. It's like, you're getting shot in the back of the head. I'm not going to turn around. Oh, I missed. I mean, free pal. Why wouldn't we stop? Yeah, let's get that travel point here first. I think we still need the wolf, so we may as well get it here. Here we go. Yep, one more wolf. Oop, chest. Statue. There's 4 of those statues. I think I've shown you 2 of them down in the starter areas. This is our first time up in this starter area, but there's one there. Oh yeah, there's a skill fruit tree here too. I forgot about that. This one, be careful if you're coming in low level because it's not an easy one to get out of by any means if you don't have a flyer. We got Hydrojet. We got Power Bomb. We got Sand Tornado, which as an earth skill may come in handy because the first tower is an electrical type boss and ground is good against electric. And would you look at that? It's closed. Shocker. Shocker, I say. Due east. Oh, I hit the wrong button again. There. It's not on the map, but I think this one is around the Doomud boss, which if I recall is like 14, 15, so something that could be doable at this point. But it is on the other island, so we got to get over there first. Hopefully you guys aren't hearing me yawn every now and again, so it's a good thing I cut this down to 2-hour streams. Well, good thing for me. Icewind Island. Chest. Get the chest. And check our spot. This one is right down there. Right there. And it is open. Dungeon time. You can see it's got 298 minutes, which means since it starts at 300 minutes, it just opened. So a lot of those ones we were looking at might have just opened too. And I'm not... I heard something. What did I hear? Hey, thank you for the follow. It's going pretty darn good. Hello yourself. We got about 20 minutes. We've been going through, marking off dungeons. The oranges means they were closed, because I basically set some rules up where I can't move on to higher level areas. I'm trying to slow myself down instead of just rushing through. I better watch it or I'll get myself stuck in the geometry here. And yeah, we went through all the plateau beginnings and all the dungeons we tried there. We'd only done a couple of them before, but they were all closed. We just got to this one and it says, oh, yeah, I've been open for like 2 minutes. So a bunch of them we just went through trying to see if they were open to run or not. Let's see here. I always stick to the right when I'm in these dungeons just so I can't get lost and I know if I'm going the right direction or not. And we're at the boss already, and that's fine. Gumas, huh? Well, they aren't aggroed yet, but they're about to be. Oh, I missed him. Okay, now we'll let you fight. See if we can't get him caught. I mean, he's... don't think I need him, but we might here. Not doing any mods, because I know there's mods that would easy tell me, yes, you need him yet. Or, no, you don't need him yet. For the capture bonus, I mean. But he's an alpha pal, so he might have some good stats here. We'll see. There we go. Yep. Tack pendant, heat resistant undershirt. Well, I'm not really doing any fighting myself, but I'll take the extra heat resistance. I was kind of hoping for a cold one to counterbalance it, but it is what it is. We got more dungeons to run here. So I've been marking the ones that we actually get to complete in red so that we know they're done. The orange ones are, so these are the Lift Monk effigies. I collected all those from the starting areas. These are the dungeons. We had run that one before. We had run that one before. All these orange X's we went to try. They were all closed. Now some of them might be open again, but I'm just marking them on my map as markers, and hey, we'll try them again at some point. Okay, let's see here. We needed to head northeast. Past that Doomud. We're basically just finishing out, because we'll be ending here in 15, 20 minutes. Trying to run some dungeons. Get some stuff done. First half was collecting all the memos in the starting area, and then I went through and read all those. Very glad I had some water sitting next to me. Because basically we're at the point where, even according to my little rules, is as soon as we have looked at least tried to do all the dungeons in the starting area, we can move on to the 10 to 20 level area. Let's see, right here. Hey, it's open. Finally, dungeon number 2 for the night. You can see 292, so this dungeon's only been open for 8 minutes. Oh, sulfur. Nope, I want that. There we are. We get the last of the dungeons done on this island, we'll run back to the base and see how it's doing. Not very big setup yet, but it's in an unraidable spot that you can get to from the very beginning. All you need is like one level of stamina to be able to get into it. And then you have an unraidable base to start from. Oop. Sometimes it's easier to fight while you're on the PAL, sometimes not. And is it going to be? I don't think it's going to be the boss this way. It varies. Sometimes you get the boss right away, sometimes you don't. But since that wasn't the boss, this path right around here won't be the boss, but there might be a quick chest to grab. Nope, just another big room. Probably a chest in the room. Oh, maybe I'm further back in than I think I am. Let's see here. Well, we fought him, so we may as well get the chest that's in here. Okay, fine. You don't want to jump up there. I get it. Not much of a PAL team at the moment. We're kind of going with the starter screen that has the Cativa, it has the Pangullet, it has the Gale Claw. We have right now a Fox Parks instead of the Pyron. And we got the Dire Howl instead of the Anubis. Not exactly fair trades on that, but that's what we got for beginning. Just to see how it works. I have space. We'll do other teams and stuff as we go along. And jump. Chest. Off the wolf. Summon the bird. And since it's such a big bird, off the bird, summon the wolf. Move through faster. Oh, I was hoping to catch him. Okay, that's all those guys. Just over 10 minutes left here. And did I somehow end up back at the entrance? I did. I did somehow end up back at the entrance. I be lost. Intermediate room. Intermediate room. So that's what's throwing me off. Usually this would be like a 4-room hub. Okay, boss has got to be off of somewhere here. back here. I just didn't go far enough. That's why I stick right. Oh, well. Let's see. Actually, let's... eat a bit first. And the boss is... Depresso, huh? Okay, whatever. How did I miss you? Seriously, I jumped right through you. Just like that. And I missed you. How? Okay, you fight. I'll try and catch him from behind. That doesn't work if he's not facing you. Make him face you. There you go. $86, $99. Got him. Actually grab the chest before we mark it off the map. Ah. Okay, while I zone out, let's mark that one off the map. Marking in red, yes I am. One more to check, just north of here. Memory serve. Watch out. Memory serves it's around this side up here. It is open, so we got one more dungeon, and then we'll head back to the... Well, yeah, one more dungeon anyway. And then we'll head back to the base and see what the pals have been doing. And I know I should be catching these daydreams, but we're about done with the stream, so I kind of want to get through it here. Got 8 to 9 minutes left here. I missed you both. And it's another tricky one where it doesn't go into a 4-part room, or a 4-exit room. But we'll stick with what I usually do and keep right. Which is what I should have done, because there's a room leading to the boss. And this boss will be... another Gumas. Whatever. Really? I hate it when I do that. See, now, I literally jumped through him. How did I miss him? That was 2 of them, though. You fight. I'll catch. I'll apparently not dodge, because I was moving my arm. Ah, no, don't look at me. I want the back so I can do a better catch rate. 3. Wasn't going to get much closer to 0 health than 3. Okay. Let's hope for a cold shirt. Otherwise, I'll just have to do cold armor. Fine. Cold armor it is. off the map. That's it for that. Let's head to the northwest and grab that fast travel point. I was not at all facing that direction. Oop, bird. Wrong button. There we go. There we go. Back to the fast travel point, back to the base. We'll see how stuff's going along there. Clean out our inventory. Then we'll see what time it is here, because we are getting near the end of the stream. Oops. There we go. Now I'm not holding anything. And there goes off my phone timer to remind me, hey, you got 5 minutes. And this is where the base is. There's that fast travel point from the that you first spawn at, and that it first has you grab. That is right over there. That's the castle you kind of come through if you take the back way. The stairs you can follow down. And the way to get up here is basically, I'll just show you here. I have more points of stamina now than you do at the beginning. But basically, you need 1 point of stamina. Because once you get down here, you're going to try and get up to this little edge here first. And if you don't have any points in stamina, you won't make it. If you have 1 point in stamina, you have literally just enough stamina to get up to this point. And then you climb up again, and it's the same thing. If you don't have any points in stamina, you won't make it. 1 point in stamina, just enough. This rock is always a little glitchy when you're trying to get up it. But eventually you grab on and you get up there. And then you climb up. And you place your PAL box in the middle. You get some stone nodes, you get some trees. It's not quite the full circle, it's not quite perfectly flat, but you're up here. It's unraidable. All the raids get stuck down here because they're trying to get up here, but then they can't climb, so they can't get up here. It's not here at present, but there is a chest that spawns right around here. So you'll always have chest, but this run, this base here we built, basically they dropped a patch that said, hey, these mining mobs are going to focus here instead of at the stone pits and stuff. So that completely changed what I was going to do up here, because before my base was basically I filled every piece of land that was up here. Let's see, so we don't have a spot for the sulfur. We got that taken care of finally. The berry seeds are so the pals don't put stuff in odd spots. Just in case you're wondering. Let's see, that'll get sold, that'll get sold, that'll get sold. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 skill fruits there. We're wearing shirts now instead of those attack amulets. Keep those guys in there. Another thing I'm doing, by the way, is limiting my base level. So at level 8, let me bring up that sheet here. Basically, I'm saying our base level can only be our current level divided by 2.5. So basically, once we hit base or level 50 is when we can unlock level 20 base. That's another thing to help slow me down. And because the level of the raids that attack you are based entirely on the base level. So if you rush this up as far as you can, as fast as you can, the raids might outpace you. A traitless Gumas, that's good. Musclehead, were we keeping those? We were only keeping certain ones. Musclehead, we are cool. Downtrodden is a no. Runner, but got the abnormal. Ooh, traitless, that's good. Okay, so all those guys are going to be sold, so let's run to... well, yeah, we got to run to the... Go to the fast travel. Small settlement. Let's sell those pals, sell the loot drops from the couple of dungeons we were able to finally run. Because we don't need these guys. They don't have the special traits we're after. Oops. So, yes, there we go. And chicken, no. Jolt hog, we got. Don't need anything there. Not that we could buy anything right this second because I put all my gold away. But we're not buying on this trip. Sell that. 7,400 from those dungeon runs, basically, not counting the pals, so not too bad. Not necessarily the fastest either, and I know there was more in the dungeons, and if we would have done the capturing and stuff too, then it would have made it much quicker. I just heard my watch go off. It is the top of the hour, so we should be stopping quick. But let's see who those two water pals are, because we have turned off the incubation period, because who wants to sit here while an egg incubates? And when you have to wait... Ooh, a serpent. That might be a better waterer than we currently got. And who wants to sit and wait when we gotta wait for 5 minutes once we start breeding anyway? Serpent and celery. So he has level 2 watering, so he will water stuff faster than the Pangullet will. But that's all he does. The celery only has 1 watering, but he will transport, which the Pangullet does as well, but the Pangullet will also help build stuff and cool stuff, and yeah, we'll worry about that next time. Let's just level up quick. So we are now level 22. So my thing says we are now putting a point in health. Our base level is staying the same. Let's grab those cooked berries and drop them off in here. And just so we're not wondering where the heck all our stuff went last time. And that is the bonus to having the Vixie in there. We actually got more Pal Spheres now than we went out with. Doesn't do a lot, but it builds up over time. But that said, it is time to end the stream here. So I'd just like to thank everybody that comes. Thank you, Wizardess Olive, for the follow. And we will see everybody on Saturday at 7 p.m. Central Time. Until then, have a good week, everybody. We're getting closer to the weekend. Bye-bye.